record, your production crew can check it. Which political party first promised free tertiary education for PW?
But Sammy, let me moderate.
I'm giving you the page number in our 2020 manifesto. Let me go to health insurance.
Okay, that's where you end it. That's where you end it. That's where you end it.
You see,
I'm telling you, that's where you
people
end
are watching.
That's where you end
these things.
The fairness, the time allocation. Go ahead.
Look, I'm even going to the foundation. Who told him that it was Kufuor who introduced health insurance? Who told him that? National health insurance. Samson, me, when I talk about something, I don't say it's on my laptop. I read it to you and I give you sources. So Google the story. Government must accept useful minority suggestions. Dated 26th April 2000. Who was the president? Jerry John Rawlings and the NDC. Ghana web story. Read. This is Adokufo, spokesperson on health for the MPP at the time. He says, Dr. Adokufo, MP for Menchia on Tuesday, called on the government to accept useful suggestions from the opposition. He noted that the billions of cedis and energy wasted on the single national health insurance scheme could have been saved if the government had not brushed aside the minority suggestion in 1997 that such a scheme was not viable. It was the MPP in 97, 98, 99 who said that it is not possible for Ghana to have a single national health insurance scheme.
He quoted Leocran. That is also fact.
No, we are talking about free SHS. Don't miss. Let's expose them. This is health insurance, and we are educating your audience. So this was their position, because Rawlings had started the piloting. The college check was doing it, and we had started the piloting of national health insurance, and they said it was not possible, and they advocated for a mutual district health insurance scheme. In 2003, they passed Access 50. If he doesn't know, you should go and read. And Section 2 of Access 50, the law of war passed, on the functions of that scheme. In fact, they call it Health Insurance Council. Let me read Section 2 to you. Section 2 of the, well, I will make reference to it, but anybody watching me, Google Act 650. That is the first Health Insurance Act Kufuor passed in the year 2003. And what it provided for was for the establishment of health insurance schemes. And in fact, let me just Google it quickly and read that to you, Act 650.
I'm sure I made that point.
Yeah, it's important that we educate people.
Okay, so...
It's here. I just got it. For the purpose of achieving this object, the council has the following responsibility: register, license, and regulate health insurance schemes. So organizations could have their own health insurance schemes, districts could have their own mutual schemes, and this council Kufuor established through the passage of Act 650 was to license and regulate them. B says supervise the operations of health insurance schemes. This is the law. It was the NDC that came into office, and in 2012, at the time, Professor Mills had even died. President Mahama was acting as president, and we passed Act 852. Let me read Act 852 to you. Act 852 was what established what we have today, the National Health Insurance Authority. And Section 3 of Act 852 says this. Section 2, the object of the authority is to attain universal health coverage. In fact, Section 3, functions of the authority. To achieve the object of the authority shall implement, now not regulate or license or supervise, implement, operate, and manage the National Health Insurance Scheme. This was when National Health Insurance Scheme was. Right. So you are exposing and advertising your ignorance.
The highlight to
you don't know what you're talking about.
Premium is what became the highlight.
The NDC never.
Thank you.
They rather objected.
That's where you end it. That's where you end it.
Samson, I beg you, let me land well. You gave him ample time. This is
but you will never land.
And he spent all that. He says the energy sector is thriving, and you were smiling. The energy sector choked with debts. IPPs threatening us day in, day out that they are going to shut down their plants. The energy sector today, look at upstream sector. We've had a 32% decline in oil production.
Thank you.
Tor is on his knees.
Right.
You are talking about allowances that today their children.
Let me do this. Dr. Champon.
Abruptly like that.
Don't do that. Dr. Champon.
Don't do that to me.
No, stop. It's enough.
At least let me land on this point.
You will not land. That's what I'm saying.
The exposure is enough.
You will not land.
He told
Dr. Champon. Dr. Champon.
Samson, let me land in 1 minute. In fairness, the way you allowed him to land, let me land.
Give me 1 hour.
We know the lies about allowances, they are not paying. But this is what I will say in conclusion. He and his likes in the NPP should be the last people to talk about credibility. You have a man who is famed for being a liar. A man who promised...
you have framed for being a liar. Don't say who is famed.
This is the man who sat... So let me tell you what that man does. He stood in Cape Coast and said, good people of Cape Coast, I have good news for you. We are building a new harbor and a new airport for you. It was a lie.
It's repeated. It is repeated it
after
in a
4 years. It
will be done. So,
but something, what are you talking about? The man said 4 years ago that they were building a harbor and an airport. The man said that in 18 months of an NPP government, no community will have a water or toilet problem. This is the man who said we don't have to borrow for roads.
Sammy.
This is the man who said you give us concrete roads.
Sammy.
You leave this liar and you come and say John Mahama doesn't have credibility. The Mahama who gave us the best airport in the whole of West Africa.
Sammy.
The Mahama who gave Ghana the biggest
Sammy, listen to me. Can you listen to me? Can I moderate the show?
Because you are not giving me the same time, and you did that the last time. You gave him 10 more minutes than me.
And you have done more minutes than 10 more minutes. You have done 11 minutes plus.
No, Samson. I think you should be fair.
You have done 11 minutes plus.
You should be fair and allow me to land.
You've done 11 extra minutes plus.
It's important.
Thank you. It's enough.
That we set the record.
Sammy, it's enough. Dr. Champon, come in. Dr. Champon.